All right, Friday night, and we're about to hit up the Goodwill. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Jason here. Guess I need to kind of park the car first. All right, we're good. So it's Friday night. Gonna hit up a Goodwill, see if there's anything we can find. I was just in this one 2 days ago, I think it was, and I did really well. I picked up a bunch of stuff throughout the week. If you're new to my channel, I do have a full-time job. I just do the thrifting on the side, on the weekends and at night when I can. So hey, we're gonna start out the weekend with a Friday night Goodwill. Hopefully we'll find some good stuff. I got a decent amount of video footage that I'm gonna put at the end of this video with all the things that I found throughout the week. I went into Goodwills and didn't have a whole lot of time and just grabbed what I could, what I found. I found some really good stuff. So we'll do a huge haul portion at the end, so everybody be sure to stay tuned for that. If you're new to my channel and you're interested in going to thrift stores and making some money, be sure to subscribe to my channel and like this video. If you're returning, thank you so much for watching my channel. Give this video a thumbs up, and I'll keep putting out more. All right, let's get inside and see what we can find. All right, so the first thing I run across when I get in the Goodwill are these Seaward chests. They're definitely too big to ship on eBay, but could have possibly purchased them and flipped them locally, but I decided to leave them behind. Just too big to mess with. All right, so now I'm moving down the aisle where you got your pictures and frames and things like that, mirrors. Did spot this coat back here that kind of caught my eye. It looks like a fur coat, but I believe it ended up being just a fake fur and not a good name brand. So didn't look it up. Maybe I should have. But yeah, I just kind of left that one behind. Most Goodwills in my areas are set up the same. Again, here's the lamp section. Some vacuum cleaners right here. Always seem to have a few vacuum cleaners in my Goodwills. I do not know why they keep taking those box TVs. They're not worth any money. Nobody wants them. Now, what is worth money is a TV VCR combo, like the one I just passed there. The Panasonic ones. If you ever come across those, look them up. They're pretty valuable. If you're willing to spend the time to ship them, it could be worth some good money. So be sure to keep your eye out for those. All right. Now I'm over here in the electronics, and these Sony I've actually already looked up before, these little iPod players, and they're not worth any money. I found this JVC VCR right here, and I decided to go ahead and look that up. Alright, so this JVC VCR there is not worth any money on eBay, or not enough money, and there's no listing on Amazon, so I'll leave it behind. Now we're kind of going through the coffee makers and the blenders and things like that. I rarely find anything there. I do find this Sony Dreamcast clock. If you find these, you definitely want to look these up. Some of them can be very valuable. Fortunately, this one had some yellowing on top, so I had to leave it behind. Now we're over by the microwaves, still kind of by the crock pots and everything, and I'm able to really give you a good view of some things here. Really give you some good in-store coverage so you can kind of see how my Goodwills are. These Nerf refill things for the Nerf guns can be pretty valuable. This one I believe was only worth, yeah, $12, and I was restricted. Again, if you're new to my channel, restricted on Amazon means that Nerf does not allow me to sell their products on Amazon. So happens quite often with a lot of different brands. So just something you kind of have to deal with. This little Dirt Devil handheld vacuum. I actually kind of need one of those for myself, but unfortunately there's no cord inside the box, so I just leave that one behind. These TI-84 Plus covers are kind of popping up everywhere, but they're just not worth any money. I've looked several of them up from different thrift stores. Here I actually opened this up and noticed that it is new on the inside. I hadn't checked the price, but I decided to look above it on these shelves up here, and then I was going to go back to it, and I forgot. So no clue if that actually was worth any money or not. Probably needed to investigate it a little more, but I got up here and got carried away looking through these things and forgot to go back and look. I'd already looked that little game up right there last time I was in here a couple days ago, and it wasn't worth anything. These couple Sony remotes in here, I've looked them up before. Unfortunately, they're not worth a whole lot of money. A lot of times Sony remotes are worth some good money, so definitely take the time in your thrift stores to look those up. But those two I looked up 2 days ago when I was in here, and they weren't worth anything. Now we're kind of coming down by the plants. Of course, I kind of just fly through this area. I know there are some bags, and this is definitely one area of my reselling experience that I would like to get better on. I really need to start looking up a few more bags. If you ever watch YouTuber Bonafide Hustler, he is really knowledgeable in these bags. Sometimes those briefcases, the older briefcases, can be worth some money. That one was locked and I didn't have the combination, so I had to leave it behind. But yeah, if you come across those big briefcases, open them up, look for the name, and look them up on eBay. I've sold several of those and made some pretty decent money off of it. Now we're over here at the sporting goods section, and again, there's a lot of stuff here, but nothing valuable. Tennis rackets can be very good. I'd actually looked all those up a couple days ago. They weren't worth a whole lot. The tennis rackets can definitely be worth some money. So if you want to take some time to look those up when you're in your thrift store, it might be worth it. So really nothing here that I'm finding. Golf clubs, nothing, so I'll move on. Alright, so now we moved over to kind of the miscellaneous catch-all section. I noticed these new little flags, but they're not worth anything. They kind of put, I think, just whatever miscellaneous here that they don't have an actual aisle for. So I found some really cool stuff down this aisle. That Brita filter there, I did open it up, and unfortunately it was not new, so had to go ahead and put that back. Yeah, if you dig through these little aisles like this, where you can sometimes find some little hidden gems that other people just aren't willing to dig for, so it's definitely worth looking through. Those VR glasses there, they tend not to be worth anything, so I don't even look those up anymore. I looked them up when they first came out, and so many off-brand makers come out with those, they're just not worth anything. I thought this was kind of, hey, look at that, that's always good. When I'm doing an eBay video, we get an offer. So I thought that little bear was kind of interesting, but I couldn't find a name or anything on it, so I really did not have a way to look it up. So the rest of this stuff is really just junk. I mean, there is nothing here of any value, although I'm doing my best to find some. Actually, this here is worth a little bit of money. I do end up throwing this in the cart and looking it up on eBay, and it is worth a little bit of money, to my surprise. I wasn't real sure what it was, but anything new in the package you definitely want to look up. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and break out the eBay app and type it in and kind of find out. Some people are selling them for $33.25, but there's one guy there undercutting everybody at $19.99, which at $19.99 there's just not enough meat left on the bone after shipping, because this is over a pound and it definitely has to go priority. So I end up just leaving this item behind. Alright, we have entered the toy aisle. Here on the toy aisle, I'm definitely trying to look for some sealed board games or anything of any good value. This little guitar had some weight to it, so I decided to kind of look at it for a minute and see if I could tell anything about it, but it didn't look like anything of any value. Some Buzz Lightyear stuff are worth money, but that little toy there I don't believe had any value. I don't know if your Goodwills look like mine, but you have to do some digging to find some stuff. This little bag, I thought that was a Jurassic World dinosaur. The Jurassic World dinosaurs will have a JW written on the outside of them. Unfortunately, that one was not, and my streak of finding Jurassic World dinosaurs, I'm 0 for 100. I'm gonna find one eventually. Alright, so I'm just kind of combing through the toys. The plushes are on the other side of me. I rarely show the other side of the toy aisle. It's all plushes, and I don't know a lot about plushes, so I don't spend a lot of time over there. I know there is some money in those. So I find this clown game, and I kind of figure, hey, a lot of people are into clowns, a lot of people hate clowns. So I'll go ahead and look it up on Amazon just to see if it has any value, because it was used. And some used board games on Amazon can sell for good money. Unfortunately, as you can see, the item I bring up is not the same thing I was looking at, so I decided not to spend any more time on that, and I just go ahead and move on. I tend not to buy a lot of board games that are opened, because it takes a lot of time to go through and count every single piece, because when you're making your listing, you have to let the buyer know if this used open board game has all the pieces or if it's missing some. So I just don't have the patience to go through all of them. I feel like I could list 4 or 5 more items while I was, while I'm actually counting a board game. So I would rather spend the time a little bit what I feel would be more wisely. So kind of striking out here in the toy aisle. There's just not a whole lot here, so we're going to turn the corner and go over to the Christmas aisle. You know, again, a lot of people will skip the Christmas aisle because they feel like there's not a lot of value. I can assure you there's some value here if you can find some vintage Christmas items. By the way, I want to send a quick shout out to my nephews and niece who watch every single one of my videos. Braxton, Carrington, Tristan, thank y'all for watching. I love you, and I know that y'all have your own channel one day too. We're going to teach them how to be thrifters, so when they get older, they can they can take over the thrifting. All right, so this is pretty much where I end the video in this Goodwill. Unfortunately, I'm not finding anything. This ends up being a strikeout. They can't all be winners, but I wanted to give y'all some good in-store footage. But hang around, I've got a lot more to come. All right, so this is an earlier day during this week, and I come across, I'm at one of the Goodwills, and I come across this Pioneer Wear vintage jacket. It looks pretty interesting to me, so I go ahead and look it up on eBay, and it looks like it goes for around $40 to $50, and it was $6.99, so I go ahead and grab that. I also already picked up this Adidas women's rain jacket, really nice color. It retails at 90 bucks. I believe it was $90, and it looks like I can get $35 to $40 on eBay for it, and it was only $6.99. Extremely light, will go first class. So went ahead and grabbed both of those at this Goodwill. All right, so now I'm at the second Goodwill of the week, and this was earlier in the week, and I find a basket full of items here, and I kind of pull over to the side so I can go through them and see what's valuable and what's not. I do this a lot. I'll fill up the buggy and then I'll go over to the side and check things out. I've actually moved up towards the counter, and I'm kind of going to go over things a little more. That breast pump holder or something, I end up putting it back. The Porta Spa and the Slurpee I keep. The Doc Martens, I don't know how I missed it. Look how beat up they are on the top. So kind of made a mistake on those, and I guess video, and I missed it. I do keep the Samsung ink toner. Here's some stuff in the case just to kind of give y'all a show. Here's a wristnet watch. They were asking 40 bucks for it. It's not even worth that. And here's an Xbox 360. I don't think it's new, but they were asking $50 for it. So. All right, just left the Goodwill. Just left that Goodwill right there. I was only in there for about 30 minutes. I got some really good pickups. Those are some Doc Martens, and actually now that I get them out here in the light, woo, those are well worn. That might have been a bad pickup. Probably can still sell those. The knife set is probably for me. In here, you've got a toner, you've got a slushy machine, and then that portable spa right there is worth over $100 on Amazon. So I was in there for like 30 minutes and pulled out probably a couple $100 worth of profit. So that is awesome. All right, see y'all later on. All right, I just walked out of this Goodwill. I was in there for about 15 minutes because I'm in a hurry, and I found this Netgear N600 router. Looks like if I sell it on Amazon, it is used in there, but it looks like it's in really good condition. If I sell it on Amazon, it looks like about 40 bucks. Paid $5, and then did pay up a little bit, but 20 bucks for this Sony DVD VCR combo. There's your model number. I did plug it in and it works, or well, at least comes on and ejects, and it'll take a tape. I got to do some more testing, but this is actually the #1 selling TV VCR, excuse me, DVD VHS combo on Amazon. So it will sell as soon as it gets there. If I get the remote for it off of eBay, probably looking at about $125. So there you go. All right, now I'm at the fourth Goodwill earlier this week, and I found a couple of cool finds here. A little game there for Amazon. The shoe horns are for me because I like to sell a lot of shoes. So I picked those up for me. They help when you're taking pictures. These shape ups are awesome to find. I'll go over them more in detail here in just a few minutes during the haul portion. So those are a really, really good find in this Goodwill. They sell really well, and they sell pretty quickly. Also, I found these shoes, Y3s by this Yakamoto. I have no idea. I've got to do a little more research on them, but for $6, for $6.99, to me they were kind of a no-brainer. It looks like I might go get 30 or 40 bucks for them. The Adidas shoes are going to be for me. All right, that's it for all the Goodwills this week. I'll be sure to hang around for a few minutes, and I'll have the haul video coming up where we'll kind of go over everything in detail. All right, everybody, I'm back home, and I wanted to show you the finds that I found during the week this week. As if you're new to my channel, I do have a full-time job, and I do thrifting on the side and resell items that I find on eBay and Amazon. So what we're going to do is we're going to start out with the hard goods first, and then I'll show you the shoes and clothes that I found this week too. So first of all, these shoe trees are mine. Those are great to have when you're selling shoes. It's nice to have to be able to put inside the shoe. And I'll show you some pictures of that in some of the sales videos. All right, so first few things. These came from about, I think, three total different thrift stores. Probably spent a total of hour and a half, 2 hours total in all of them. Here is a Lakers DVD, the Complete History Dynasty Series. It was $3. I'll be able to sell it for $15 pretty easily. Here is, for $1.91, here is a Spot It. I believe it's a little party game. Paid $2 for that. Can sell it for $16 on Amazon. So net profit on that's probably going to be around $8 after you deduct what I paid. Here is a Samsung toner cartridge, yellow. I paid $5 for this. Looks like on eBay I can get around $40. All right, here is a 7-Eleven Slurpee machine. I paid $3 for it. It is brand new. And there is one person on Amazon asking $64.99 for this new right now. So with the summer coming up, hopefully it'll be able to get that price. All right, then I found this Netgear Wi-Fi cable modem router N600. Be sure to always look up your routers, especially if they've got the box with them, even though this box is not in the best condition. It says $4 right there. I've already tore the price tag off. I think I paid $3 or $4 for it. It was in the haul video, so it should be in there. But it looks like it sells used for about $40 on Amazon. So I'm going to check the contents. I did look in there. The modem actually looks like it's still factory wrapped, but maybe they just put it back in the wrapper because the actual power cord is not. It looks like it's been used. So, all right, and then probably the find of this week so far is this Porta Spa HomeMedics Body Basics. It's a Porta Spa Pro Heated Therapy Parfum Bath. We did pay $15.91 for it, but it's listed on Amazon right now for $140, and this one is brand new. Still has the factory seals and everything. It does have some minor box wear, so I probably will have to list this as used like new and probably ask about $120 for it. So as you can see right there, there's a little dent in the box. So probably ask $120, $109. Either way, awesome profits. All right, that's it for the hard goods. Now let's switch over to the clothing. All right, now we're over to the clothing and shoes that we found this week. So we'll start out with this jacket right here. This is a Pioneer wear. It is a vintage jacket made in, it says Albuquerque, USA. This jacket appeared that it sold for around $40 to $50 on Amazon. I'm sorry, on eBay. It is 45% polyester, 20% wool, and 30% acrylic, and something else that I can't see. 5% other fibers. And the inside's 100% polyester. So, yeah, so this is a nice vintage. It's got a great vintage look to it. So, I think looking these up on eBay, they sold really well and pretty quick. So, pretty happy with that find. And that was $6.99. Anytime you see something new with a tag, be sure to look at it. This is an Adidas. This thing is flimsy. You wouldn't think it's worth anything. But if you look at the original price tag, it's $90. This is a women's golf rain jacket, full zip up. And I should be able to get around $35 to $40 for it. And this will ship first class extremely cheap. So anytime you see anything with a tag, be sure to look it up. Sure, you're going to run across some no-name brands, but from time to time, you're going to run across some good ones. All right, so here's might be the fail of the week. I bought these for $6.99, and as you can see, the leather's flaking on the top. I don't know how I did not notice that. It was again, during the week, I'm in a little bit of a hurry when I run into the thrift stores. The rest of it looks pretty good. Even the sole's looking really good condition. So I might try to throw them on eBay. I will try to throw them on eBay. I'll state and show that they are flaking around the heels. And, you know, I should at least be able to get my money back. Not real sure exactly how much I'll make off those. May not be very much. So, again, be sure to check out your items thoroughly. When I get in a rush, I do make mistakes from time to time. These Adidas here are mine. They're my size. They look like they've rarely been worn, so I just grabbed them for me. Anytime you can find something for yourself in the thrift store that saves you money, hey, it's even better. So these shape-ups right here, I hadn't looked them up yet, but I've sold a ton of shape-ups, and these are in extremely good condition. I think the person that bought these just rarely wore them or didn't like them or something. But as you can tell, these things are in phenomenal condition. They don't make these anymore, from my understanding. They're not made anymore, and they're hard to find. So people will pay good money for these shape-ups. If you don't know what shape-ups are, supposedly you can go out and walk in them, and it gives you a even better exercise than wearing regular shoes. And I think it helps tone the legs and helps you lose weight. So these, again, beautiful condition. I paid $6.99 for them. I'm thinking $40 to maybe $50 for these. I hadn't checked the market on them recently. And then these, I got to do a little more research. Again, these are $6.99. These are by Adidas, and this is the series. I do need to clean them up a little bit. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that word. So if you look on the back, it's the Y3s. They have been worn a little bit, but nothing major. Actually, I just told you these were by Adidas, but I don't see an Adidas logo. Maybe they're not by Adidas. Okay, I thought for some reason they were. But I'll have to look these up. I know that I briefly looked up this name, and his clothing and other items sell for big money. Now, these shoes are worn, but still in pretty good condition, so they are made in China, though. But I'll look them up and see. I don't know, $40 maybe, could be more if they're kind of a rare design. So we'll see. All right, I hope everybody enjoyed all of our finds from this week at the Goodwills and thrift stores. If you're new to the channel and you enjoy this type of content, please consider subscribing and liking this video. And if you're returning, thank you so much for watching my videos again. This is my cat Leo, and he absolutely loves to thrift. The only problem is he sleeps 23 of 24 hours of the day, so it's a hard life. All right, well, until next time, I will see you. Good luck out there reselling.